Okay. Hey guys, what's up? It's Dean. Welcome to this live broadcast. So if you are watching this video now, if you knew that this was going on, you're probably you're either a member or you're following along to the Mission Daily Yoga Challenge. So starting off, I want to give a shout out to you guys. If you don't know what I'm talking about, by the way, then that's great too. Hope you are enjoying all the content on the Manful Yoga YouTube channel. So in this video, as the title is suggesting, by the way, is my sound on? Is my sound working? Can you hear me? Is my sound on? Is my sound on? Oh, good. Okay, cool. All right. Thanks. Awesome, guys. Thanks for confirming that. Yeah, I'm using a different microphone, so I wasn't sure. Anyways, by the way, I've been doing these in the past, and in the past they've been like 30 minutes. And that's really long, and I don't think that you guys are getting all of that anyways. So I'm gonna make this one shorter. This one's just gonna be 15 minutes long. I'm gonna try and make it short for you and make sure that I'm just not, repeating myself and going through a bunch of redundancies and talking about things over and over again. I also have kind of a sore throat. So, anyways, Cedar fever in Texas, in Central Texas. Look it up. Cedar fever. It super sucks. Anyway, we're going to talk about how to build strength with yoga. So that's something that I like to focus on at Manful Yoga, obviously. But I'm going to talk about how I'm going to talk about how you can do yoga in a way that's going to help you build significant muscle. So if you're looking to, really build muscle from doing a yoga program, not all yoga is going to do that. There are certain things that you have to do to challenge yourself. Um, to build muscle. So I'll talk about a little bit about that. And I also want to talk about helping you to build your confidence with yoga. So some things that you might want to look out for in order to make sure that you're doing yoga in a way that's enjoyable enough to encourage you to keep it up. Because if you're doing something and you're not enjoying it, and you feel like you're not getting anything out of it, or you're just not, you're not building up your confidence, then that's something that that you might want to look at. And then lastly, we're going to talk about how you can make sure that um, you're doing power yoga in a way that's going to help you uh, build muscle. Make sure that you're not just doing it too quickly and mindlessly. Um, so first off, let's talk about building more muscle with yoga. There so by now, I think we've kind of moved away from this idea that you have to do only one discipline of fitness. Um, I think most yoga instructors you talk with will encourage you, or at least if they're good, they'll encourage you to do different types of movement. So they'll say, "Hey, you should do," um, you know, they should Airborne, appreciate you, Dean. Airborne. I actually was at Airborne school. I did Airborne school at Fort Benning in 2009. Anyways, fun story. I won't distract too much. Anyways, that was from YouTube. That was a comment. Um, building muscle. So I think most people at this point, most yoga instructors, hopefully most yoga instructors and most fitness professionals understand that the more different types of movement you're doing, the better you're going to move, the more muscle you're going to build, depending on the type of exercise. But if all you're doing is going to a yoga studio and if all you're doing is going to a yoga studio and you're just repeating the workouts there. Typically, if they're vinyasa classes, then you're just not going to build that much muscle because those aren't. It's not the best way to build muscle. Um, honestly, the best way to build muscle is by doing a systematic weight program. But if you don't have if you don't have a basic level of strength and mobility, then you're not going to have great success with that either. So the solution is doing a combination of body weight exercise, um, yoga, great because it helps you to build that foundational strength and mobility, and using kind of the flow of a yoga, not necessarily the down dog, having to do that down dog, the up dog, the plank, all that stuff over and over again. Um, but having a workout flow in the sense that you're moving from one exercise, then you're doing another, and you can really absorb, yourself in the workout. You don't have to like look at a piece of paper and think, oh, what am I doing next? So that aspect is really good. So incorporating something that has like a flow like that, um, but doing not just yoga poses, also doing bodyweight exercises and doing isometric exercises in particular to help you build that body awareness, to help you build muscle activation. Basically, muscle activation training is the most basic form of strength training, and that's just going to help you increase the amount of muscle fibers recruited when you're doing an exercise. So it's going to help make that exercise not only more efficient, but you're also going to be targeting those muscles more effectively so that they'll get better results. And you're also going to be able to put out more power and build more strength. So something that I've created in Manful Yoga to help with all of that is this really transformational course called the Strength Foundations course. And this has been probably my most dramatic program in terms of improving overall fitness, helping to increase strength, helping to target active mobility, helping to address a lot of common weaknesses that hold people back. If you have pain in your knees, if you have pain in your shoulders, if you have lower back pain, this program is really good for addressing just crucial core, back, and hip strengthening that's going to help make all of your other workouts better. And that's going to help you with all of your yoga workouts too. So, the Strength Foundations course is awesome. If you're looking to build a lot of muscle with yoga and you don't have a lot of experience with yoga and you're not doing a lot of other strength training yet, yes, someone said ankles. Yeah, ankles too, obviously, but ankles is going to help when you're really addressing your feet, when you're going through full range of motion of your ankles, balancing exercises, using bands. That's actually something else we do in Strength Foundations course. We use resistance bands to help challenge your muscles in ways that is different from if you were to just use your body weight alone. So, anyway, Strength Foundations course is a great option if you're looking to build muscle with yoga and you're looking to use yoga as a way that's going to help make you stronger for all of your other workouts too. It's also going to help you make your all other workouts, but help you make yoga workouts stronger as well. Second thing I want to discuss is making sure that you're doing yoga in a way that's going to help you build confidence. So, a big problem that I hear from a lot of guys who haven't found a program that they like yet is they do workouts that make them feel repeatedly defeated. So, if you do a workout and you can't get through it at all, if you're doing poses that your body can't into and you feel like you're just pushing and pushing yourself, but you're not getting anywhere close to what the instructor's doing, and they're not providing modifications to make that exercise easier. Um, there's also, a lot of people just don't know what they're supposed to be doing in yoga. They think that the goal is to mirror the instructor. So they go in, if you're doing it in studio, then you're going to go and you put your mat down and you do your best to not look stupid, right? You just try to do what everyone else in the room is doing. But you don't really understand which muscles you're supposed to be using. You don't understand the proper technique because that's just not what the instructor is going through. Um, and a lot of people who go to yoga studios in general for people who have been going for years don't actually know the proper technique because they just enjoy going there. They like the rhythm, they like the routine, they like feeling the sweat, they like the environment, but they're not actually really working on their technique. So if you feel like you're doing yoga and you feel like you're lost following along, or you feel like you're not making progress or you feel like you're just not sure what you're supposed to be doing, um, then you're probably just not doing a program that's appropriate for you. And with Manful Yoga, what we try to focus on, and in general, what I focus on is helping you learn yoga in a way that makes sense. If you're number one, if you're a beginner to yoga and you want to learn about the proper technique, you want to learn, what muscles should be engaged, what should your knee be doing in this position, where should your head be looking, what should you be doing with your shoulders, and I'll also tell you what you should be feeling to make sure that your technique is proper. So if you want to make sure that you're doing yoga with proper technique. Also, if you want to make, and the second problem is just not having the same amount of flexibility or mobility as the instructor. So they're doing one pose or they're doing a variation of a pose that's really challenging or that would be only appropriate for someone who's been doing yoga for a really long time or who has a lot of flexibility. But if you're new, if you're a guy, men just aren't as flexible as women. That's just the reality of it. Yes, that's a generalization that doesn't apply to everybody, but for the vast majority, if you get a man and a woman next together at the same fitness level, the woman is going to be way more flexible. So if you're a man and you're following along to a yoga class and you're like, how am I supposed to get into that position? There's no way I have that flexibility. And a lot of the times, if you're a guy who's really competitive, you'll just try to force yourself into that position and you'll end up hurt. And then you'll just think, oh, well, yoga's not for me. I did it once and I hurt my back. So you need to make sure that you're following a program that's actually made with, with your body type and with your flexibility type in mind. And that's one other big aspect of Manful Yoga. The program in particular that I'm thinking of for you guys is called the Beginner's Fundamentals. And that goes through 15 of our most popular beginners workout. It comes from a series of 3 different mini series. We've got the Yoga for Men series in that, which is actually here on YouTube. We also have the Beginners Flex Strength and Flexibility series. There's a Beginner Yoga series. And there's also one more program in there that is Yoga for Men, Beginners Strength and Flexibility. Anyways, there's one more in there. I'm blanking on it right now, but there's a total of 15 workouts in there. And that's a really good way for you to learn yoga to help you develop confidence in yoga. And that's important because if you don't develop confidence in your workout, then you're not going to keep doing it. You can only force yourself to do something that you don't enjoy for so long. So, helping you with a program that's going to help you build more confidence, that's going to make you more excited about the workouts. Um, that's also gonna be helpful. All right, so I just got a great question. I haven't actually addressed many of the questions in here yet, but one question that came up, what if my stomach gets in the way? So that's actually really normal. If you're overweight, you're not gonna be able to do a forward fold. So, with Manful Yoga, we really don't do a lot of positions where where you're gonna have issues with your belly. There are some like lying down flat on the ground is gonna be challenging, and there's not really anything I can do about that. So, you can modify by using a pillow cushion. So you can put a pillow cushion under your hips. And that's just going to make it so your belly is not going to be as much of an issue there. But there are some things that you just won't be able to do. I actually have a yoga workout called, I think I called it the Dr. Bob workout. I filmed it a long time ago. I filmed it probably 4 years ago, but it is in our members area, an app, and it's called, I think it's on YouTube if you search for Yoga for Fat Guys. So there are plenty of exercises that you can do if you're a guy with a gut. Um, but yeah, it's just gonna be difficult for you guys to do definitely a mainstream workout when the main movement is this forward fold position. That's just going to be really difficult for a guy who's overweight because that belly is obviously going to be in the way. So, yeah, there's stuff like that. And then the other question that I got, should I feel pain after yoga? So, if you're doing yoga and you're feeling pain after you're doing it, you're probably pushing yourself too much. So, you're pushing yourself too far into a pose you're not ready for. And you're probably not using proper technique. You're not activating the right muscles. Um, and a lot of that is just having the right instructor. Most instructors just won't go through all the proper technique. That is something that I try to do in my workouts. So if you do have pain after you're doing a yoga workout, it's probably because you're not using proper technique and you're probably pushing yourself too much into the poses. You're probably just doing something that's beyond your ability. Um, and you do need a workout that's going to reflect that. So yes, this beginners fundamentals program that I just kind of went through, that's going to be a good way for you to learn proper technique. Make sure you're not hurting yourself, not pushing yourself, but choosing a modification or a way to do the pose that's appropriate for your flexibility. All right, and the last thing I want to talk about here, and I'm doing pretty well with time. I'm not making this too long, so stick around for a couple more minutes. If you like doing power yoga, if you like doing vinyasa or flow yogas, that's great. However, I'm very excuse me, I'm very apprehensive about power yoga workouts when they're moving too quickly. So if you feel like you're just moving from one pose to the other, but you're not really taking enough time to stay in the pose and understand how it's supposed to feel for your body, understand what you're supposed to be getting out of the pose, then it kind of turns into this thing where you're treating yoga like cardio and you're just moving from one thing to the other. If you're in a heated room, you're probably sweating more, which makes it feel like you're doing more when in reality it's just hot, so you're sweating. Um, so what I like to do is I like the movement aspect. The movement aspect of doing yoga is great, but I like to start with more isometric or more slow moving things, where we're really getting the muscle fibers warmed up, where we're getting the muscles activated, where we're going through proper technique and getting the strength, getting the proper technique kind of locked in, so to speak, and then we can start to speed it up a little bit once your body's warmed up. But if we just go straight into, hey, let's make you move fast, let's make you sweat a lot, then you're probably not going to get that much out of the workout because you're not activating the right muscles. You're not paying attention to your technique. You just won't be doing movement mindfully. So I have a program called Flow Strong, which focuses on yoga workouts that reinforce proper technique, building strength, building muscle, and they don't move too fast. That's one thing that drives me crazy with most yoga flows or with with a lot of power yoga is that it just moves too fast. And if you just don't know the proper technique, if you have it, look, if you're an expert in yoga, you've been doing it for 5, 10 years, and you know the proper technique, you know exactly which muscles to engage. Um, you're an expert on each pose, then you can absolutely do a yoga workout that's faster moving. You can probably do it, and you'll probably be fine. But for people who haven't yet mastered proper technique, and for people who want to hold the pose for longer and actually get enough stress on the muscle so that you can build muscle, then moving more slowly and focusing on that proper technique, focusing on that muscle activation is going to be way more helpful for you. And again, we do that with the Flow Strong program. So the reason why I wanted to make these, talk about these three programs and talk about those things, someone just asked how important is breath. Breath is very important. It's very important. I don't know how else to say it. Breath is going to dictate how deep you work into the poses. Um, someone just asked, anyways, breathing is very important. I don't need to say anything more other than breathing is extremely important. I would say that it's the second most important thing, though. That's where I probably differ with most yogas, with most yoga instructors. I think that technique is more important than breathing, and you won't necessarily have proper breathing if you have proper technique. So make sure the technique is down, then you can work on then the breathing. But ideally, you want to work them both at the same time. Um, Saudi just asked, strength foundation program versus upper body program. Strength foundations program is more of a course. It's a full body comprehensive workout program. The upper body is focused more on just upper body. Um, the strength foundations course is much more of a course and a program. um, I would check out the program intros, but the Strength Foundations course is, again, it's a comprehensive program to build full body strength and mobility. The upper body program is a more intermediate workout program using intermediate experienced yoga workouts targeting your upper body, alternating with pull-ups to help you build balanced upper body strength. Is yoga to help with muscle tone and balance and not weight loss? So that's kind of a that's not a question I can answer because it's not an or question. The answer is not. That's not how I can answer you truthfully. So yoga can help with a lot of that. It can help with building muscle. It can help with muscle tone. It can help with balance. Weight loss. Weight loss is mostly dieting, not dieting. Weight loss is mostly nutrition. It's mostly weight loss is mostly focused on what you eat. And maybe 10 or 15% or 20% on exercise, but you're never going to just do a bunch of yoga and lose all your weight. That's just not how it works. It's weight loss is going to come down to managing your stress, to releasing more stress, to sleeping better, and to eating better. Are lats considered part of core activation? No, they're not. Lats are part of your back. Your core is not part of. This is your lats. Your core is in your midsection and your hips. All right, cool. So I really didn't want to make this too long. So it looks like I gotten through all the questions anyways. So with those three programs, again, I bring these three programs up because we are moving into week 4 of. That's not a stupid question, Delbert. Don't worry. That was not a stupid question. Someone's commenting about the question. But yeah, weight loss is not just from exercise alone. It's actually I'm glad you brought it up because it's a really common misconception. So hopefully I can clear that up for you. So the reason I bring up these three programs is because we are moving into week 4 of our current 4-week challenge, um, which is the Mission Daily Yoga Challenge. We started this on January 3rd. And does someone just can you give money on YouTube? Oh, that's pretty cool. Well, thanks. Appreciate it. Um, anyways, so I bring up those three programs because we're finishing up a challenge, and next week you're going to have to do a program on your own. Now, what's really cool about our programs is they all come with daily emails to help hold you accountable. So anytime you have a scheduled workout, you're going to get an email from me early in the morning, giving you a link to the workout, telling you what it is, and hopefully a little inspiring message to help people, aspiring message, hopefully to motivate you to go into your workout for the day. So, but you're going to need to choose a program. The reason why I don't have like one program leading to the other, leading to the other, leading to the other, and I make you choose your own is because people all have different fitness goals. They all have different fitness levels. So, what might be appropriate for you probably won't be appropriate for another person. Um, so, maybe you're combining this with weight training and you want to use more recovery focused workouts on your non weight training days, and you're looking for a program for that. Or maybe you have chronic back pain and you're trying to get rid of back pain and you want to do a workout that isn't going to aggravate your back pain, but will help with getting rid of it. We have programs for that. That program is called Bulletproof Your Back, if you're wondering. And that's also part of the app/members area, manfulyoga.com/join to learn more about that. But anyways, yeah. So you are going to have to choose a program. But once you choose a program, you can sign up for those daily accountability emails. You can set up your schedule. We have a lot of accountability tools like adding to your smart calendar. You can also add workouts to a calendar through the app if you're using the app. Um, so, and you can also be part of our Manful Yoga community on Facebook, which is a great way to post and help hold yourself accountable. So there's a lot of ways that you can uphold yourself accountable. We have a lot of ways that we've made it easier for you to do your workouts, but you have to choose the program, and no one is going to do the workouts for you. But as far as telling you which programs can be helpful, also making sure, again, telling you what workouts next, giving you that little email to give you a boost. We can help out with that. And that is something that we built into our Manful Yoga workouts, into our programs. So, yeah, I think that's mostly it. But hopefully, if you are finishing up week 4 of the Mission Daily Yoga Challenge right now, I really hope you join us for, I really hope you join Manful Yoga and become a full member, and keep it going. If you've been doing yoga for the last few weeks, that's fantastic, and I'm really glad. Even if you haven't been doing all the workouts, let's just say you've been doing half the workouts. That's fantastic. Have you done, 2 or 3 yoga workouts per week before this? And if not, that's great. That's a lot of success. You should be proud of that. And if you've noticed that your body is feeling better, if you notice that you're feeling more confident about your fitness, if you notice that you've gotten a little bit better in the poses, or you just feel better about yourself, then that's great. But we got to keep it going. We have to continue to be consistent in order to continue to notice those results. And again, everything that I do with Manful Yoga, the goal of all of this, the goal of the YouTube channel, the goal of my social media is to help get you and help inspire you to follow along to a Manful Yoga workout program, to do that consistently, and ultimately to notice the results of what doing those workouts consistently will do for you, with your body, with your confidence about your health, with your fitness. Um, and also with your mental and your emotional well-being too. So doing those workouts consistently, feeling better about yourself, feeling better in your body, and hopefully that being encouraging enough for you guys to want to keep doing it on a regular basis. So, all right, guys, thanks for joining me today. I hope this was helpful. I'm looking forward to seeing you. I'm gonna be doing these again next week, Monday at 3 p.m. I think that's going to be um, what is that, January 31st. Hopefully we'll be doing that. If not, I will have to I'll let you know. I'm going to be sending out an email to people who are in the challenge following along to this. If you're in the members area, I'll send out an email and let you guys know as well so you can join me live. Otherwise, plan on Monday, 3 p.m. Central Time, February 1st. No, January 31st. Sorry. And potentially another day if I have to reschedule. All right, guys. Thanks for joining. Have a great week. Do your workouts. And if you're not following me on social media, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, I'm here on YouTube. Make sure you're subscribed. Don't miss out when new videos are launched. Um, by the way, I do have a calendar for 2022. We're almost completely sold out of these. I think we have about 25 left. So if you're looking for a motivational calendar with photos of me and quotes to help inspire you to do yoga workouts, it's also a great accountability tool. You can just make a big X in the day whenever you're doing a workout. Just to kind of like help hold yourself accountable. Those are on my website at manflowyoga.com/calendar, or go to shop.manflowyoga.com to check that out. And as always, you can get started with my free 7-day challenge with no credit card, no payment, nothing required. You can go to manflowyoga.com/7DC to sign up for that free 7-day challenge. And this is a series of 15-minute yoga workouts specifically made with men in mind. Um, Daily emails to hold you accountable. Really cool way to help, start with Manflow Yoga. 7-day program, totally achievable for a beginner. So if you haven't already done that, I encourage you to do that free 7-day challenge. Try it out. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I will see you on the next video. Bye.